Yeah, so cat's out of the bag. I trimmed the beard. Mustache, sorry. Um, you know, and I got a haircut. But I got some stuff I wanted to say. Uh, I couldn't find 32-month-old cheese, so instead I got Mexican style chili cheddar. So I got that going for me. That's cool. Put that in the fridge. Oh, put this in the fridge too. Sorry, it's supposed to be. Just give me a second. Oi, oi. I'm not cutting this out because editing is lame. All right. So where's my phone? Oh, it's over here. All right. Now, just judging by things that I've done and yesterday, I went to Sainsbury's. No, I went to Poundland, and I got myself one of those little lime scale, like the things that the things that turn the toilet water blue. Right? I got myself one of those. Um, and I told myself I'm only paying £1 for it. No, this was in Sainsbury's. Ah la la. So in Sainsbury's, I was like, well, I should have gone to Poundland because they're gonna make me pay like £1.50 for this. And I actually found one. Sainsbury's own lime scale remover turns the water blue, so that's very important. Um, but they wanted 90p for it, and I was like, wow, savings. But it came in a little two pack as well, and I was like, what am I gonna do with two of these things, you know? And so I ran off, took it home, you know, and I pulled the top of the toilet thing out, like the little basin thing that's on top of the toilet, like the water duct. I pulled that. We have a huge like uh, tile kind of thing, yeah. So I just pulled that out. Right, it's supposed to come out. Don't worry. Pull that out, and I dropped a one behind there, right? And I thought to myself, what do they want me to do with this other one? And I was like, ah, I know. I'll put it in the toilet. So I put it back, and I take it, and I just drop it straight into the toilet. And then I realized how stupid I was. And I tried to flush it and it wouldn't go anywhere. And it slowly started turning the water blue. And I was like, dude, what? Perhaps, hear me out. Perhaps it will help clean the rim on like the bowl of the toilet. Perhaps that will help with the lime scale. But I don't think so. Um, and so, you know, when people like do something stupid and they, like the Darwin Awards, where you do something stupid and you kill yourself by mistake, right? Now, it only took me. You only have to. This is the misconception: is people are like, "Oh, I'm not that stupid." Oh, you know, but you only have to be stupid for like a minute or 15 seconds or something like that to do something stupid, like me dropping the second blue thing into the bowl of the bathroom. It took me, I would say, about 30 seconds of being stupid before I realized that that was a bad move. And there was no way I was gonna put my hand in that. That is poopy pee pee water, so don't think so. And so I told Stefan about this, and I was like, dude, should I fess up? Should I tell the other guy that regularly uses the bathroom about what I've done, so he doesn't go in there and see like this disintegrating blue blob at the bottom of the bin and think, man, that guy's been eating some crazy stuff. You know, I didn't want him to feel like that. I didn't want him to be like, whoa, what the hell's going on? So I asked Stefan. I was like, Stefan, dude, should I tell him what I've done? You know, should I tell him that I was being stupid? And he's like, no, don't worry about it. And I was like, dude, if I was living with me and I went to the bathroom and I saw some strange stuff in there, I would want to know what the hell's going on. So I sent the guy a text message like, hey man, sorry, I was being silly and I dropped the thing that's supposed to go in the basin of the thing into the actual thing. And he was just like, haha, smiley face. And I was like, thank God. Because, like, that was just awful. But Stefan was like, yeah, you know what you should do, huh? You ever want to play you want to hear about a light prank? A light prank, bro? All you gotta do is pour shampoo into the water duct of the toilet. And then when they flush, there's gonna be bubbles everywhere. And I was like, dude, yeah, that sounds like an innocent prank, but that's pee pee poo poo water, dude. And now it's like overflowing and it's like bubbly and It's going everywhere, and it's gonna touch the walls, and it's gonna touch everything. Back, oh, dude, if you're not fast enough, touch the legs. You gotta go have a shower after that. You know, what are you gonna do if you got carpets? Oh my god, it's just crazy. I don't consider that to be a harmless prank. If any, it's a cute prank, but it's definitely not harmless. Pee pee poo poo water is disgusting. It's disgusting. I don't want to drink it or get it on me or anything like that. Alright, I'm checking through my phone because I have very important things to bring up. I just haven't written them down. Alright. Toilet blue block things make a mistake. Yep, done that. Crying at the end there. Oh, yes. Okay, so this is very important, right? Cyberpunk 2077. What day is it today? It is. I think it's the 4th. No, it's the 5th of March 2022. Right? That game was supposed to come out in September 2021, I believe. Or before that. I don't even remember. 2022? 2020? I think it's 2020. I'm going to just say 2020. Yeah, I'm just going to make this shit up. And I remember being hyped for it then, right? And then it dropped. And then it was awful. And it was just crazy. But I did enjoy the story, you know? Like talking to Jackie and a couple other characters. I really enjoyed it. And so I was getting emotionally invested. So yeah, but the rest of the game was just fucking shit. Like, right, like, it even made mainstream, it made like the BBC, you know, just things of people T-posing and their penises flopping out every now and then. So, eventually, like, I literally, like, maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, I went back and I tried to finish the game. And I was suffering with a lot of, like, fatigue with the side missions and stuff, you know. I was just like, ugh, do I really want to stop another psycho guy with augmentations? What's the cyber psycho, I think it's called. But I did. There was only 3 left, so I did those. And I handed that quest in, and I was like, I don't remember who I was doing this for. And this lady was like, yo, thank you so much for helping me get these people, you know, the help that they needed. Here, take my finest equipment. And it was like, I think it was like a gun or something. And I was like, this is less damage than what I've got. And then I realized that I had grinded the side quest so much that the main quest was like nothing. And I was like, okay, so let me actually put some effort into the main quest, and so I can get into my characters I like and roleplay a little bit and get into it. And so I was playing as this chick with like blue hair and like face modifications, and she was like, yeah, I don't fuck around, I'm from the streets, yo. And she would just punch people, right? That was her, like, she got these little robotic arms, gorilla arms they called, and I just punch people. And I was like, okay, well, it's not the funnest thing, especially like the physical combat in the game. It's cool, but if you punched room after people after room after people after room after people, room of people, geez, that went bad. You kind of lose faith in the punching. Well, it works, and they die every single time, but it's like, it's a little bit overpowered. Like, you see a boss, and you can kill him in 3 punches, and you're like, oh, well, maybe I shouldn't have gone this way, or I should have done something else. Or anyway, that was just my own fault, and the difficulty I was playing on. I don't even remember what I was talking about. Yes, so I reached the pinnacle, where I got to attend a rock concert as one of the rockers, right? And I was like, that's cool. And I sat there, put my music on max, and I just sat there, my volume, sorry. And I was like fully immersed in like being at a rock concert. They didn't play the song that I wanted them to play, and they only played like one song, and that was it. But it was still wild. And I thought to myself, wow, this is pretty cool. I've never played a game from this perspective, which was the main selling point of this entire game. They're like, yeah, what if roleplay as a rock star, dude? And that was there, and in the future, obviously, 2077. So yeah, so I've got that experience, and I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. And then I went to go finish the game. I was like, all right, done with side quests. Let me do the main quest. And I went to see this bimbo, and she was all like, yeah, you know, help me testify in court, and I might help you with the other thing you got going on. And I was like, and then the other guy was like, well, you know, I think what we should do is just get some guns, and then we just go and blow the shit out of them, yo. And I was like, I don't trust the chick. I don't trust the other guy's opinion because he's crazy. And then I was thinking, I don't want to do either of these really. And then they gave me a third option, suicide. So I was just like, yeah, take the tablets, chuck them off the cliff, put the gun in my mouth, end it all. And then like zoomed out, right? And then you heard the gunshot, and then it cut to like the credits, and I was like, this is obviously the cop out way, but this is the most impactful ending I've had to a game, or that I could think of for Cyberpunk, because I kind of googled the other endings before this, like a long time ago, and people were saying they were disappointed by the endings. But me taking my own life was something that this guy didn't even discuss as an ending, and I was like, perfect, this is the ending that I would like. I'm done playing this character now. I don't want to punch people anymore. I'm done with this shit. You know, I'm losing my mind in this game. And I was like, let me do the one thing I can still do that doesn't involve shooting or killing anyone else. And I was like, bam. And I was like, that is so hardcore. I didn't expect the game to let me do that. But then in the end credits, I was like, yeah, I'm glad it's over now. That was quite a ride, but I wanted to play it again. I want to play it again from a different perspective, and so I was looking forward to that more than actually finishing off this other game. And in the credits, they they showed me video calls from all the people some of the people I interacted with throughout my gaming session. You know, like the different people I'd helped and associated with throughout this crazy cyberpunk world. And it was like, I didn't feel a lot at first, and then it got to like two or three characters in, and I was like, oh no, you know, because they were like upset, and I was like, oh no. And then I did a cry, and I was like, oh, emotional. I think it was only like a 1 tier thing, maybe a 2 tier thing. Wasn't as good as that new Disney movie, Kony or whatever. It starts with a C, so I'm kind of right, and it's all about that house and having magical powers. I recommend that. That was like a 7 or an 8 tier movie, so check that shit out. Um, but yeah, I felt disconnected from my character, and then I saw the people I affected, and then I felt, oh shit, you know, I don't change my decision, but this made me feel sad. And I was like, hell yeah, that's what I wanted. I wanted to feel involved again, and it happened only after I died, which is pretty sad. So I'm looking forward to starting a new character. In fact, that's what I'm going to do after I end the stream here, or the recording here, the podcast, of course. I'm going to play some more Cyberpunk, but I'll play it from a different perspective, and I won't be. Maybe I'll play as an asshole, so I can feel like I don't owe anyone anything. And it'll be a different roleplay experience. But yeah, that was I really enjoyed that. I'm also looking forward to seeing if I can get any mods downloaded, because there's a couple of things that I really want in the game. The one thing, if I could pick anything I'd want in that game, is having the ability to listen to the radio while I'm walking around. So, and I mean, that's not very 2077 futuristic to have a radio on you, or to have an earpiece or a little implant that would let you totally hear the radio. And I think it'll totally fit the vibe. I don't know why they haven't let you do that already. So that's interesting. But yeah, because I like some of the music, but I would never drive in a car, so I would never get the music. So yeah, that was kind of lame. And I think Fallout did it best, where you can just, because the music is what makes it for me. And in Fallout, you have that little Pip-Boy, and he's always playing music if you want him to, and that's perfect. And I wanted that in Cyberpunk, but they didn't give it to me. And I was like, this game could use that. There were so many opportunities to have that, and they didn't have that, so that was a bit lame. Anyway, I cried in Cyberpunk. Didn't think I was gonna. Thought it was a waste of time. I've sent someone $10. I've done that. I heard of the show Squidbillies. I haven't checked it out. So that's something. I think it's like an old cartoon. Um, grab the serial keys off the 4 laptops in the wave. Done that. That's work. Uh, oh, here we go. This is very interesting. Everything I've ever felt strongly about has backfired in my life. Kony 2012. Poor artwork ASMR thing. And talk about other things. Well, check this out, right? People get radicalized and they want to do something for a cause or something like that, right? But every single cause I've let myself become emotionally involved with, you know. I'm going to start with Kony 2012, right? Kony 2012 was the first time I think I've ever watched a YouTube video that was longer than 10 minutes. I think it was an hour long or 30-minute long YouTube video that I had found on Reddit. Fuck you, Reddit. And I think I found on Reddit. I think I did, yeah. I want to blame Reddit for this. And it was this guy's emotionally charged video of how he's going to save people in Africa, because there's rural parts of northern Africa where there's a guy called Kony, General Kony, whatever, who ran around and took child soldiers and stuff, right? And he was going to make radio stations and stuff like that so that he would stop the people in the little tribes that were getting murked by this guy, to stop them from being so vulnerable to this guy. You know, they would know he was coming and then they could just get that out. And he was selling like bangles and other little things that you could get. I'm still looking for a bangle, by the way. Haven't found a good one yet. And I was like fully indoctrinated into this. I was like, I think this is a good cause. I choose to believe this. Only after watching one 30-minute video because I was stupid. That's everyone. That's my approach now when it comes to things that make me emotionally charged. Unless it really hits the nail on the head. But then you got to think, oh, how is it hitting the nail on the head? Why am I falling for this? Why is this such a big deal? Why do I feel this way? Advertisement, baby. Anyway, I went in there and I fully supported the cause. I was a broke student, so I didn't buy any of this stuff. But there was a certain date where people were gonna rally or something like that, right? And did I attend? No, because at that time I was having fun with friends. And then that evening we went out drinking, right? And we're walking around Eastbourne, South Harbour, or Eastbourne area, like the coast of Eastbourne. Eastbourne is a coastal place, so it doesn't narrow it down. But we're walking around by KFC, right? And one of the guys. So then I saw this poster, Kony 2012, and someone had actually bought the pack and had the posters and stuff like that, and they were showing their support on public on the day it was supposed to be shown. And this guy walks over to this thing, right? And I'm like, wow, check that out, you know? And he walks over to it, and he tears it off the tree, and he, like, throws it on the floor. And I remember getting so angry with this guy. I was willing to fight this guy for his disrespect of my beliefs, you know? Take a note, religion, you fucking idiots. And, not saying religious people are idiots, but I'm saying emotionally charged people are idiots. And I was willing to throw hands. Like, I don't even fight people. And I was willing to throw hands over this 30-minute YouTube video that I had been indoctrinated by, emotionally. And I was like, why'd you do that, man? Why'd you do that? And then he was like, oh, it's fake, dude. It's all fake. And I was like, that threw me for six. Because I don't know what he could have said to escalate that situation. But telling me that it was fake kind of made me think, like, oh, like maybe I don't know, like that threw a spanner in the works, you know. Easy to indoctrinate, easy to pull out. So that's me. Well, at least that situation. So later on, I let it go, you know, and I struggled with it for a little bit, but I let it go. And then like a few days later, I saw this newspaper thing, or not a newspaper thing. The guy that had done it had raised so much money, and he ran around naked in the streets. You know, he just like lost his mind. he made a 30-minute video and then made like millions just scamming little kids, myself included. But luckily I had no money, so I didn't contribute to the cause. But it just showed me that, you know, I was willing to throw hands for this guy, for my ideology with this thing that he had created. And it turns out it was all just a massive scam. Apparently Kony wasn't even in that part of Africa anymore. He had fucked off somewhere else. There's more child soldiers somewhere else. He just ran off that direction somewhere. I don't know. So yeah, that's wild, you know. And so I've tried to learn from that. Like, I still get emotional about stuff, but I don't think it's worth, a lot of things are worth like fighting for or anything like that. If it's, or not, I don't know. Just know that you should kind of be your own person and not think or not fall for things like that, because you just look stupid in your own beliefs and stuff if you don't sit there and are willing to double check them. You could be fighting for the wrong side or just being silly, really. Alright, now with Paul Artwork ASMR, right? Now this is a YouTube channel that I really liked. Guy's name was Paul, which was cool. He wasn't English. I think he was European or something like that. And what he would do is he would do little ASMR videos. And it was called Paul Artwork ASMR, right? And he also used to do art and stuff. Now his art was, listen, I'm no artist, but I wouldn't want anything that he made hanging up on the wall. I'm sorry, Paul, artwork guy, if you ever see this, but yeah, he would do that, and he would like play music and stuff. He was definitely more out there than I am. But yeah, so he made ASMR as well, and he was like, oh, this is cool, and you know, he would do ASMR, and his channel got a lot of following. And then maybe like 2-3 years down the line, he decided to get into politics and stuff. But he didn't tell anyone, you know, he just carried on making ASMR videos and stuff. And then I started noticing people, well, this has been happening throughout, but I would find other YouTube channels that were hosting his videos, but not crediting him. And I would go into the comments and I would be like, why are you doing this? What the, you know, drop F-bombs, like, what are you doing? This isn't your content, this is Paul Artwork ASMR. And, you know, I would like fight for him or I would like, yeah, I would fanboy over this guy, but on other people who had stolen his content, you know. And I was like really like upset when I found a video that was like stolen, you know. I'd be like, whoa, what the fuck are you doing? I just first I say F-bombs, and now I'm just like, fuck, it's just what the fuck are you doing, you piece of shit, you know, just fucking keyboard warring this thing. And yeah, and then he got into politics, right? And about a year after that, he removed his whole channel. He put everything to private, which means you couldn't see it unless you had the link. Or I think he closed it all down. I think he put it to private. And obviously no one had the links, right? So, or not the general public at least. And he took his whole channel offline. Everything. And it's because there was some, you know, looking back, there was some embarrassing things. And he was getting into politics, so he didn't want to have dirt where they could like pull up a drawing he did where he sits there and he draws for 30 minutes and then he produces this Mona Lisa, if you catch my drift, you know. They'd all laugh at him and stuff. So he wanted to have a more serious kind of like persona when it came to politics. So he deleted all the stuff that he thought was embarrassing or not mainstream. ASMR is definitely not mainstream and should never be, otherwise it'll be even weirder than it is now. So then all those channels that had stolen his content and re-uploaded them were the only source of Paul ASMR that you could find. Paul Artwork ASMR. I don't even think I've nailed that guy's name. I know it's Paul I know there's artwork in it somewhere, or art, and I know there's ASMR in it. I just don't know what order that goes in, alright? Just so you know. And I thought back, on when I had totally critiqued someone for stealing someone else's stuff. And now the critique stuff is the only stuff we've got left. And it's like, why did I do that? Why did I feel... Why did I believe in that or something, I don't know. It just really shows that a lot of the things that you can believe strongly in don't deserve that much energy, I'm not trying to push you to be not a pessimist, but there's a really cool word for it. I don't know what it is. Yeah, let's just go with pessimist. I'm not trying to push you to be a pessimist or push anyone to be a pessimist, but if you believe in shit, you're gullible as fuck. So, you got that going for you. Let's see here. I want to check out the Austin Powers. I want to check out his movies again. But I think if I watch them now, it's gonna be like so bad. But back in the day, that shit was like evil. Was great. Let's see here. I think this is all stuff I've covered before. I only had a little bit of things to talk about, unfortunately. Oh, I'm trying to find Attack on Titan because I want to get back into it. But all my legal sites do not have Attack on Titan anymore. Like, I don't know who owns it. But I can't find it on Amazon. Oh, sorry, hold on. I think it is on Amazon. I don't have Amazon Prime at the moment. So, it's not on Netflix. Not on my Netflix, at least. And all these illegal sites have it, like, the database has been attacked or something or pulled, so they're all just hosting like nothing. It doesn't work. And so I got to try that again because I want to get into that. But that's something I'm looking forward to. What else am I looking forward to? I'm looking forward to my cheese that I've bought and my rosemary crackers by Sainsbury's. So that's cool. It's an upper class cheese person snob thing. So I don't expect you guys to understand. Yeah. I've got some Baileys still as well, which is quite exciting. I like Baileys. Thanks, parents. Yeah, I think, ooh, for the first time ever, I bought an LTE router, which I think is an American term, but basically it's a Wi-Fi router that uses the little SIM cards instead of an actual like connected broadband connection, or I'm gonna start saying words, ADSL connection, or anything like that. Like, it's not physically connected anyway. It's got power, and then it gets its signal for the internet from the little SIM card, and then it broadcasts its Wi-Fi. You connect to that. You send it a request or something. It goes up, grabs it from the phone network, and then sends it back down, and then tells you about it. So gaming on it's gonna be lame, I reckon, but it worked for this guy's workshop, so I was quite proud of myself. I did a lot of research on this bad boy because I wanted something really nice, but I didn't want to. Then I realized that you could just get a phone and have it on like hotspot mode, and have that like plugged in permanently in at the workshop. So I tried to tell him that, tried to give him different options, but he wanted a router. So we got a nice one, TP-Link something, little black one with two little aerials. It's got 2 out of 3 bars of signal, which is probably better than I expected, and it worked. So I was quite impressed with that. Yeah, and I think I've got like 3 or 4 months left of my placement at the moment. There's still a lot of learning to get done. Mainly professionalism as well. But then yeah, that's all Gucci. So I'm gonna go play video games now and enjoy my Saturday morning. And yeah, have a nice afternoon or whatever. And au revoir. Au revoir.